Aloha. Welcome to paradise. Aiea, Hawaii, just outside of Honolulu and home of the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. A tremendous setting and a spectacular game that we have in store. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Pump. This game started. And the Rainbow Warriors will get us started with the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. The Hoosiers return team will have that offense backed up. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him.
He just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
Looking to move it through the air. They're working that left side.
If you're going to attack and have success against man coverage, then you've got to have great timing between the quarterback and the wide receiver. Really nice rapport. You could tell these two have been spending a lot of time this offseason throwing to one another.
The play action fake. Pocket starts to collapse. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. They'll try to bully their way for the first. At the 35, he's got room. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. And the Hoosiers want to move quickly.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on third down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the...
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
Well, this guy's become a bit of a problem for opposing offenses. In their last game, he had 2 sacks, and he's dominating again, getting his first sack in this game now. He right now is wrecking people's game plans, and this offense better find out how to slow him down.
Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. So Hawaii's offense has the ball for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Meyer. Oh my, circle, Spinderella. Put him in the spin cycle and picked up the first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. Makes the catch, it's Meyer. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's caught downfield. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The aerial assault continues. Finds his big tight end. And this defense has its work cut out to get this dude on the ground. He was shedding serious tackles on his way to picking up the first. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Going for it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Gets rid of it. Finds his tight end.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Finds the tight end. Gets the job done on third down as he gets it to the 25 before he's brought down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The give to the back. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Pretty good job of running to get 2 there to the 32. And the Hoosiers want to pick up the tempo. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Short gain on the completion. Good footwork. Gets them the first down. The Hoosiers have this offense rolling.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Right back to the well. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. From the shotgun, they'll run it. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Hawaii ready to go back to work on offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
They finally get him on the ground with a big running play moves the chains for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Going up top on first down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Give to the back. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Yeah, that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Guys, it is Hawaii who will carry the lead to the quarter break. One period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First down to start the drive after the break. RPO complete to open the drive. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. The Hoosiers moving quickly to the line. Now the play fake. Right down the middle. Got him downfield. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They got a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. He wants to throw it again. And here's a fumble way behind the line. It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it?
It's so hard to force fumbles. And when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling. You're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender. But the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. UAB just wrapped up 4 quarters worth of dominance on its way to a never-in-doubt victory. And that's really the standard there in Birmingham. They'll enjoy this one all week. A lot to go through in the film session. Games, but boy, it sure is going to be easy. That came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Getting some heat. Makes his connection. Crosses the 30. He's got away. It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
Good run on the play, and he slides to avoid the hit. And the Rainbow Warriors are moving quickly down the field. To the air on first down. Fires to the right. Got his man. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21. The Rainbow Warriors will line it up on first and 10. He wants to throw. He's got it. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. A first down run in the red zone. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawaii. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They're trying to get to it. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And the Hoosiers headed quickly to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. This is the absolute right call. They're going for it on fourth down. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Hoosiers will bring the punt team onto the field. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. The Hawaii offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Caught over the middle, it's Meyer. It's a fumble on the play. How about that alert play from the defense to corral that fumble? We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Powers through the defender.
Well, and on these little push... It's so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Back to the air one more time. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Kept it on the ground on 1st down. See if they stick with that plan on 2nd. Power football with the run. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down run.
He's going to run it.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Myers. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy. And the Rainbow Warriors racing to the line in a hurry-up. They'll go to the air. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The offense burns its 3rd and final timeout of the half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Motion from the offense. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Reacted well to the tip and just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
You see these windows, they're getting smaller and smaller to throw into. Really nice job up by the defense that time, getting a hand in there, knocking that ball away.
Still looking, on the move. And he's wrestled to the ground.
He's tackled at the 11-yard
1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, nice to see you actually showed up for today's broadcast in paradise, given all there is to do there in Honolulu. And it's been said football is a game of inches, and guess what? Based on the comparison between 3rd down conversion rate today and the average yard per play, how can you argue that? I mean, the low-lying fruit is to look at some of the explosive plays we've seen in panic. But really, this game is going to come down to which team is more efficient when they have the ball and how they play when it matters most. And with that, let's say aloha once again to the guys inside Aloha Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Kickoff and kickoff return teams on the field, and we're just about ready to go in the 2nd half. Hawaii has it back as they send the offense onto the field. They start this 3rd quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. This offense lining up now at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. It's Meyer. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack, get off blocks, and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down.
Oh, it's loose. Everybody needs a little luck, and the offense just got it by falling on that fumble. And the Rainbow Warriors have it with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Warriors! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Texas Tech was able to squeak one out in front of those home fans in Lubbock. In fact, I think in the end, the difference may have been Red Raider Nation who will enjoy this win. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Buying some time. He'll try to do it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Hoosiers want to crank the tempo.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slip.
And the ball's loose. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And that's exactly why this linebacker has to stay on the field every single down, because he's so good in space. He's good against jet sweeps, he's good against bubble screens, and he can race outside and get receivers down on the ground quickly.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He'll pull it down. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Now on the return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete on the right side.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Nice job in coverage there. Offense trying to take a shot downfield. The defender able to tip that one up in the air and force it incomplete.
Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. They'll go to the ground. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs 2 more on 4th down.
4th down coming up.
There is nothing to gain by kicking it away in this area of the field, around midfield, going for it the wise move. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Wide receiver now comes in motion. On 2nd down, looking to throw. It's complete to the left. On the nasty move, and now he's got room. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. The Rainbow Warriors are on the move. They'll throw it from the red zone. It's on target and complete. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing first and goal. Barges ahead. Touchdown, Hawaii. And the beatdown has ensued. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Hawaii, 28, Indiana.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. If you like old school running games, this has been the game for you and a couple of guys who starred through the first 3 periods. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to get it through the air. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down. And the Hoosiers will snap it on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Looking down the middle. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And it's picked off. Looking for more room. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback. And DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. And the route is on. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pulls it in on the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Gets open down the middle. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. They get a nice pickup on this crossing route against the zone, and everybody executed in unison, Jesse.
Yeah, and Reese, this offense, they've got a plan in the passing game. They've got some stuff ready for man coverage, and they've got some zone beaters as well. And you just saw one there on the crossing route.
And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? They'll throw it on 1st down. He finds his man. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. 6th play of the drive coming up. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Finds his man. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And that pass intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. Even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
He's got it. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed over the middle. It's Myers. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a 1st down. And the Rainbow Warriors come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Got his man. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they built this lead. They've had a great day today.
They'll run it on 3rd and goal. And he's knocked down.
And there's nothing more frustrating than when you get late in the game and you know they're running the football and you don't stop them. It's been that kind of day for this defense. They haven't played well. They're going to have to go to the well. They're going to have to figure some things out. Practice this week, I can promise you, will not be a lot of fun with these coaches.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Touchdown, Hawaii! And the pummeling has started. That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously...
Hawaii.
themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This one has pretty much been a bludgeoning, but they'll try to finish with something positive late.
Well, they ran into a buzzsaw today, and I don't think it would matter what type of X's and O's they're out there executing, David. Jimmy's and the Joes, they're just not as good as the opponent today.
And as an athlete, it sometimes hits you in the face, and it stinks, but you're not good enough. And today, they were not good enough. And I'm going to do the best I can to try to flush this down the toilet, not remember it, forget it, move on for the next game. Maybe something right here I can create positive that carries over to practice and maybe next week.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep pouring on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.